I've been wanting somebody to make a kind of British version of this Japanese classic Ikiru, which I had loved for most of my life. I think I first saw it when I was a boy, on British TV, and it had a huge impact on me, partly because of my Japanese background, but I think quite regardless of that, and I thought, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but I think I always kind of lived my life informed by the message in that film as I was growing up. And for some years, I thought somebody should do a British version of this. It would work really well in the post-war setting, immediate post-war Britain, as it's recovering from the Second World War. The Japanese movie is in the equivalent period in Tokyo, as Japan is rebuilding after the Second World War. And I thought this would be a fantastic story retold in a British period setting. You can make your life meaningful and triumphant without having to do anything that's going to earn you headlines in the newspaper or earn you great applause. You have to locate that sense of, you have to find a very lonely sense of success and failure. And you have to locate that sense of success. You have to be strong enough to locate that sense of success somewhere very private and secret within yourself. But nevertheless, it can be absolutely redeeming and fulfilling if you can find it. And I think it's a very important message, particularly in today's world, where many people have, it's quite difficult to actually connect up the job they do with some larger goal. And people work for large corporations, or they work for a small company that's part of a bigger company, that's part of a bigger company. You're not quite sure where your little contribution is supposed to fit in. And you do your best, but you're not quite sure whether it's something worthwhile or where the contribution is going. The idea that I pitched to Stephen Woolley was the idea wasn't, shall we do you fancy doing a British version of Kurosawa's Ikiru? It was, do you fancy doing a British version of Kurosawa's Ikiru with Bill Nighy in the main part? That was absolutely integral to the whole thing. And I don't think we ever shifted at all from that, If anybody ever hinted, well, what about, we'll forget it. No, this is, our project is, our ambition is to see what happens if you put Bill Nighy in the story.